baby. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The Fat Joe Show is back. Louis 1624, what's good? Hold up, we got big guests today. Throwback Thursday is unlimited. It's another level of greatness. Another level of greatness. Uncle Dan, I don't see our guys. Success Clothing in the building. Success Clothing in the building. Let's see. Big. Big guest today. Astronomical guest today. Shout out Ft.Michael, our sponsor, Ft.Michael. You go on there, you can talk one-on-one with your favorite celebrity, artist, athlete. Also, GameStar app. You can play NBA 2K on your Xbox against your favorite artist, celebrity, whatever the case may be. GameStar app. Hold up. And I'm looking for the legendary guest. The reason why I came on early. Angola in the building. Angola, Africa. So you already know, no arrest. Cousin Miriam, what's up? No arrest made yet in Big George Floyd's murder. It's bothering me on another level. Because this is if you take the uniform off that police officer, it's straight murder. So I don't know why they take it so long to indict him and lock him up. Hold up, let me see. No, sir. I don't see our guest yet. But so my thing is, I've also never understood. Now this could be coming from me being older or me having money. But maybe if I was younger, I would have felt different. But I never understood burning down our own neighborhoods. I never understood that. I never understood burning your own, we in the hood, we barely got anything. We got one target, we burnt the shit down. Don't come back, same thing happened in Baltimore. You burning down all the prominent businesses that's coming to you. By the way, you could burn my store. I have insurance. Target has insurance. All these businesses have insurance. You're not messing up their money. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, was it worth a TV? Burning down our community. Uncle Dan, I don't see them at all. I know I got bad eyes, but not that bad. Nah, Uncle Dan, they ain't there yet. They ain't there. So, Tone Sunshine. So, just my personal opinion. I know it's touchy right now. Everybody's in their feelings. I'm in my feelings. But I don't know if I ever saw the importance, not now, not never, of burning down the businesses in your community. Nah, man. Nah, Uncle Dan, we don't see him. Tell him to come right here. Tell him to come right here. Mike Bivens, whoever. We got BBD on the check-in. Supposedly, new edition on the check-in. Tell him to just come here and say, yo, Joe, what's up? And I'll pick him out because I don't see him the regular way. Yeah, so I just think when you over the anger in a couple of weeks and you look at your community and you burnt down every store that was worth something, um, I never understood that. Uh, you know, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to come on so I can say that. You don't know who I know. Oh, there you go. Hold up. They came from the switcher up. They came from the switcher up. But this is actually my guy. That's why they came from
Yo,
Oh.
my man, what's up, boy?
Hey, yo, Ricky Bell,
We
yeah,
all
yeah,
in,
got whopper.
we
Yo,
all in the
Ronnie,
building.
what's up,
All in the
baby?
building.
Put it up higher. Hold up, I can't. I got the.
Hold my mic. Hold
Put it
my
up
mic.
higher.
Hold my mic.
Gotcha. Put it up higher, Slick.
Here we go.
Joey Crack. What up?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, I love you, God. Yo, I'll tell you, if you rob the bank with these masks, you're going to jail by the nighttime.
That's right.
We
That's
still
right.
know who you is.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man, never lie. We can barely breathe under these mothers, but
You
we
know?
got a social distance in some way. What up, though, boy? Good to see you, man.
Yo, what y'all doing tonight? What y'all doing tonight? Tell me about what y'all doing.
Man, we going on Funk Fest TV live tonight at 9 p.m.
9
Eastern
p.m.
Standard Time. Right?
FunkFestTV.com.
We rocking. We got our boy Jagged Edge in the back over there.
Woo.
They getting ready over there, right? You see them? We about to do 2 shows. We're gonna do a run through right now, and then
Oh,
we going
wow.
live for y'all at 9 p.m. All right?
Yo, listen, man. So what's the concert for? Because I know y'all all still living in Boston. I think Ronnie live in the ATL, right?
Yes. What's it for, Crack? It's for elderly rehabilitation center in Boston. We raising money for them for the COVID-19 patients, man. Jagged is gonna do something sweet for the people down here in Atlanta, and we got on the plane so we could come see the big homie Ron DeVoe
Yeah.
right there in the BBD hat. So we had to touch down and represent on the live, baby. It's the Fat
Let me
Joe
let me
Crack
let
Show,
me
baby.
ask you a question.
What's
It's a
up?
legendary moment because how long BBD is after New Edition, but how long y'all been in the game?
Son, 30 years. 1990, Poison came out, Fat Joe. Come on, Joe. 1990.
What
We've been in the game 30
30
years.
years, son.
We were supposed
was
to be
Mr.
celebrating
Telephone Man
big
the
time
first
this
one?
year.
What was the
Nah,
first record,
Candy
New
Girl.
Edition?
No.
Candy Girl was the first record for New
Candy
Edition.
Yeah,
Girl.
83.
83.
But 90 was Poison, son. Belle Biv DeVoe, 30
Oh yeah,
years
yeah, we
strong. We
know
still
that.
in the game, man. We can't
We
wait to
know
get
that.
back and start touching the people. But until then, we social distancing. We got our mask on. We Trump tight. But
Right.
we doing what we got to do.
You
Tonight,
know what's
Funk
crazy?
Fest TV, 9 p.m.
Funk Fest TV at 9 o'clock. I'm tuning in too. I'm trying to get
There
off
you
of here by 9 so I can tune in and see the
Yo, Joe.
funkfesttv.com.
Yo, Joe. Check it.
Give a little peek.
There you go.
Jagged Edge on stage.
That's for you, big homie. That's for you. Get the box. Come on, Rick. Get the box. Get the
Hey,
box. Get the box.
come on now.
Get the box.
We going in. We going in, y'all. Hey, hey. Come on, y'all.
Hey!
We
Fat
going
Joe,
in.
baby! Fat Joe!
Hey, we'll see y'all tonight, bro. I see you
I
tonight,
see you
bro.
tonight, Funk
My
Fest
man.
TV.
Peace out. Love and respect.
I love y'all. Hey, yo, listen, if y'all ain't know who that was New Edition BBD. They going on funkfesttv tonight.com. I'm definitely tuning in. Young Ruben Diaz Jr., the borough president, you heard that? We got to figure out how to get, it's kind of weird because, my daughter been going to middle school for 3 years and today's her graduation. And so they're having a ceremony over here and they watching it on the computer. And I feel like an unfit dad because I'm not there with them watching it. You know what I'm saying? So, but you already know what this is. You know what I'm saying? We here with y'all, the Fat Joe Show, the big show. That was BBD. Let me see my brother right here. Let me see if he ready. I'm just tapping him right quick. Congratulations, Azzy, executive producer of the show. You guys are crazy, man. Yo, Ro Parrish, my brother to the show. So, till I wait for El Grande guests, I got a big guest today coming on around 8:20, 8:30. Probably the biggest guest we've ever had on the show. Just so that you know. It's a different, y'all. Mondo, what's up? Yo, Ro Parrish, what's going on with the league? Pick up. What's going on with the league? Savvy. I don't know. It would be huge. Somebody asked me about a Latino versus. I don't know. It'd be huge. Anybody they put against, even if it's one of the biggest reggaetons, Bad Bunny against J Balvin, or I keep yelling Mark Anthony, Romeo Santos. That's me, but that would be huge. Where you at? You there? Hold on, let me see. You got BBD. Yo, Throwback Thursday, my favorite night, because everybody, the floors is every legend's floor. Hey, yo, Emmanuel, I'm hitting you up. Accept it. This might be deja vu. It might be deja vu. Emmanuel Lewis, pick it up. I'll try again. The living legend is on the check-in. The living legend is on the check. Emmanuel, let's do it again. We shocked the world last week. Yeah. Press star, mommy, you can get whatever you like. Plus side, got that all black phantom, it's tinted up all sides. Get it, kiss it, they can see it inside. Mommy, tell me, do you like? Yeah. Get the your face on fire. Get more than I like. Get to put it all where your face got bite. From rags to riches, cook that to take the bag and bitches and make games vicious. Get it popping in the bathroom. Don't be sucking smart, go ahead and pass it on. It's like a million. Yo, man, they don't know you from Brooklyn. They don't know you from
They don't know. They better ask somebody. LG, Lafayette Gardens represent 343 Clarkson Avenue. Come on now, 16G. They don't know. It is what it is.
Yo, you don't even understand the response I got last week from putting you on Throwback Thursday. The people love you so much.
Man,
it's like,
so much,
and
bro.
they act like I blew up when I put you on. I done had Mike Tyson, presidential candidates, anybody. They like, yo, you blew up when you had Webster on here.
Dude, listen, first and foremost, bro, it's like mad love and respect to you. You already know what it is. The family already knows what it is. How's Uncle? How's he doing?
Uncle Dan is good. Uncle Dan, he good.
I
just had BBD on here.
I saw BBD.
And so when you become, how is it for you to just be on like iconic? Like you are iconic. Like you are forever iconic. And how does it feel when you walk around? You know you iconic, man. When you walk in, they like.
I feel, first of all, I'm humble and I'm blessed. And listen, I can't take credit for what God does. You know what I mean? That would be a very ignorant person. Doggone well from where we come from.
Yeah.
You don't make it out without some heavenly intervention. Okay, it ain't happening. A young black guy from Bedford-Stuyvesant, Lafayette Gardens to be exact. You know, big up to PS 256.
Wow, and
Elementary.
And so let me ask you something, right? Because I know you're always positive. You're always positive. You know, I love hearing your stories. And
you get the best ones, bro. You get getting the stories that I've told absolutely nobody. Like literally. Because I don't even like, you know, we don't even, I'm a private person, number one. So they're never getting these kind of, because we're good, we fam, you know what I mean? So no one else gets these stories, not Oprah.
No, man, I appreciate that. And my people, you know, in the coronavirus, they appreciate you coming on the show because I know you don't do nobody's shows.
I don't even do interviews.
I need to hear, we left off with MJ got burnt in the Pepsi thing.
Right.
And he came to live in your house with you and your mother.
Yes, my mom, my brothers, yeah. So most people, that's why, like, everybody's like, they always have this weird concept of our relationship because we're the most popular ones. But what they don't understand is that, yeah, I might be the most popular one in the household, but I'm damn sure not the only one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they're looking at you, Fat Joe, and they're like, oh, you famous with like a Jay-Z or Busta Rhymes. And they don't know that there's a whole around you. You know what I'm saying? You can travel by yourself, but you're never by yourself, even when you're by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, boy. That's a fact. And I've been everywhere with you. Vegas, Bahamas, everywhere. We go on vacations together, and the people just love you. They gravitate towards you, and they love you. What's an exclusive? Exclusive. You already said you was on the set of Thriller. MJ, I need an MJ story nobody knows. You know, Stephanie Mills was on here, and she told me, you know, she used to go out with him.
Yeah, she dated Mike, yeah.
She dated Mike, and
yeah.
She said that Mike and her used to sneak out all the time for, like, ice cream.
Right.
He loved ice cream.
In the movie theaters and all that, yeah, always. You can't go, listen, when you're with the king of pop, okay, and you're trying to go anywhere. We've been kicked out of malls. You know, we've been kicked out of movie theaters. We've been kicked out of everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's of no relevance.
But let me ask you, so would MJ wear like a mask or disguise, or he would just go in as MJ?
You know, we always had a good fun time with Mike trying to, I'm about to call him by his nickname, but we have a good time with him and his mask.
What was his nickname? You called him Rubberhead, right?
Yeah, Rubberhead, right? So yes, I went to Clark. What's up? CAU, represent. National Black College Alumni Hall of Fame, represent. I got to get my people. Paul Leo from Brooklyn, New York, represent. Now lives in Georgia over here. So what happened was, so he would wear his mask, which was hilarious to me, or, you know, sometimes they're more elaborate stuff that he would do. And then he would wear his fedora, his regular black corduroy pants, which I loved anyway from New York. That's, you know, that was an old school New York thing that we used to do anyway. But, you know, and he wear his white socks and penny loafers. And so it's like, yeah, Mike, no one's never going to know it's you.
It's like, that's MJ. Like, I don't notice him.
Come on. Everybody knows with him. A 5-year call says that's Michael Jackson. He's like, come on, let's go. So, yeah, of course, anybody knows it's him. But in his mind, he was in disguise.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And I remember you going to the award shows with him.
Yes.
And what was that like, getting ready for an award show? MJ in his prime, like.
No, it was fun. It wasn't not much to think about. You know, before the award show, and, you know, he did give me some heads up because I had been to the house in Havenhurst, right? So the infamous house in Havenhurst. So when I first came to his house, I had to meet Mom. And on my way in to meet Mom, I ran into Janet. Janet was in the kitchen. Some music was playing on the speakers, and we just went right into dancing together. That's how Jen and I met each other dancing in their kitchen in Haverhurst. So we was just started doing the snake. The snake was out back then, and he's like, "Oh yeah, can you go back? What? Can you go?" So we're literally doing like a fun dance battle, and that's our hi. How you doing?
Yo, that's crazy.
That's what
You
that
know,
was.
I personally only met Janet one time, and it was by mistake. Like she was staying in the same hotel as me in New York, and I walked in the hotel and I just seen like people crowded around one person, and I said, "Let me look. Let me be nosy." So when I looked, security was like putting their hand out to me, and they was looking back, and she was like, "No, Joe's good." Like, so when I looked, it was Janet Jackson, and I was like, "Oh, I love you." Pun was a huge fan of Janet Jackson.
Wow.
Like, and so I told her that. I was like, Big Pun, love you to death.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
That's the
The
only
whole
time
family. Who doesn't?
How do you, coming from Brooklyn, how did you even get to become Webster? Like, how do you get your own TV show? Like,
so there's a lot that happened before 83. So I started in, I think, 1980, yeah. And what I did was, my first commercial was a Campbell Soup commercial. My first commercial was a Campbell Soup, and that was a national commercial. So that was a freaking awesome opportunity with the Campbell Soup, and then I did 60 commercials in the next three years, which is like unheard of to do that many. Think about how many auditions you got to go to actually land X amount of jobs, right? So you go through at least 10 or 20 times the amount of auditions, but we were knocking them out. No problem. We were knocking them out. So that happened. Now, in the process of doing those commercials, not that I think it had anything to do with it. Well, yeah, one of them did, actually, the Burger King commercial, and that was later on. We did one.
I remember the Burger King commercial.
Am I in the right room? Yeah, I'm in the right room. So when I did this Burger King commercial, let me show you something. I've never showed anybody this. Damn, you get all exclusive.
I need it.
Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emmanuel Lewis.
So when I did my first Burger King commercial, TV is to Emmys as Oscars are to movies. As Clio, this is the Clio Award. Okay?
So you caught the Clio for the commercial.
For commercials. So no one's ever seen this before. Okay? I've never shown this to anybody. So I got this Clio commercial for Burger King in 1983. Best male performance. And Summer House Films, performance by Emmanuel Lewis.
This is a Jopra moment. This is a Jopra moment. And so,
I share that with you because that Burger King commercial landed me in front of the president of ABC. Okay? The ABC had seen my commercial, his children, Lou Ehrlich, he was the president of ABC. They had seen my commercials, and they was like, "Dad, you gotta get this kid. He's on these commercials." And so one of the commercials, of course, they were running in heavy rotation, all that kind of good stuff. And he saw the commercial, summons me to Hollywood, gets us front row, seats, first class seats, whatever, to LA. I had already been there once before because I did a life cereal commercial out there. So I came out there, and he's like, "Look, we want to do a show around you. We don't have a script, we don't have a name or any of that, but we want to do that. We want to do that around you." And so, we said, "Yeah." Right? Now, here's the kicker. So while that was happening, I was doing a tour for City Connection. City Connection was the #1 hit single that hit the billboards in Japan. I think it was 81. I think it was 81. So it happened. It went to number one. Okay, it's a crazy story. So here I am in Japan. I was doing 3 shows a day in 3 different locations. So every day we went to a different location. So we were.
So you was a member of the group?
No, that's just me. Just me.
That's just you.
That's just me. Just me and my joints. So I was singing.
I remember you told me it went number 1 in Japan and all that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you of all people have great access because you have greater access to billboards than I do. So what I'd like for you to do, I need you to do me a great fact check because I already know what it is. We got it when we were on the plane back. I need you to go and have billboards go through their archive and find my number 1 song called City Connection, 1981, and I believe it was in November. I think it was in November. So if you get a chance, write that down. Do some fact checking.
I'm gonna write it down because next time you come on, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna have all the knowledge.
Yeah. I need you to get that from me. Because it was absolutely dope. So my grandmother, I was on tour, and my grandmother had passed away.
God bless.
And so we was traveling every night. We were going to a different city to perform for the next day. So we would set up that night. So we'd go to the farthest location that we needed to do. So that morning we get up, we get on our bus. So we get in, whatever transportation. We took the bullet train back then, and the fastest train that they had, and we would perform those 3 shows. So in that I still had 2 more weeks left on that tour, but we found out, they finally caught up with us because they've been trying to get a hold of us for a couple of days that she was in a hospital. By the time they caught up to us, she had already passed away. So this is my mother's mother, okay? And so he turned around and came home. And City Connection it's on YouTube. We did, it wasn't just that one. We did a few of them. We did I'm a Robot. We did.
Let me ask you something. Back in the day, did you ever meet up with like Gary Coleman? Was there ever like
Of course. So there was a big tiff about me and Gary. Stuff they're saying that I'm saying, stuff they're saying he's saying, and I didn't know him to say anything about him. Hell, I'm just happy to be on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
they always just like to put everybody against each other.
Yeah, they always should. Gary, he's trying to take your spot. Well, he was on NBC and we're on ABC. I can't take your spot because you're on a whole different network, buddy. Like, come on.
Well, you guys was killing that.
Plus, he was like, he was an OG. You know what I'm saying? He helped put me on. So I didn't have any ill feelings against him. I just didn't want to necessarily work with him after, all the stuff that was going on, but I had mad love and respect for him, and I wanted him to do his thing. And I know Todd is a really good friend, and he's cool. But so I went to Gary's house one day. It was his father and mother-in-law, I believe. And there was like, we're gonna put all the crap to bed and we're just gonna meet him. So we met him on his turf at his house, and the parents went in one room and he and I went in another room, and we just played video games. No problems, nothing. All of that.
Y'all had nothing but love.
Nothing.
I'm sure, man. I'm sure.
What could we fight about? We both, was making money.
Yeah, you got Brandy is hot, then they want to put her against Monica.
Yeah. And
it's always like that.
They just trying to make money. There's no beef. They'd like for one to be a beef, but there was no beef whatsoever. So we did that. And
let me ask you a question, right? Because I know you always come from a peaceful place, a pure place. I'm sure you've been watching TV and you heard about.
Oh my God, I was on fire, Joe. I was on fire. I was lit, but in a different way.
Break it down to me when you see Big George getting killed on TV.
All this destructive behavior is absolutely, I get people, angry. They need to go and do something, go to the gym, because that ain't, You know, we pay for those tax dollars through everybody who buys anything and does anything, who has a job and pays taxes or whatever. Any dollar you spend at any store, you're paying taxes. And those taxes are going to those particular areas. And now those tax dollars goes to those squad cars. So now we got to go pay for those squad cars. Now, that guy, the police, all 4 of those police officers, dead wrong. Period. Go to jail, get locked up. We're done. What investigation? Look at the tape. Did you see the tape? That's all there is. You don't need to. That's it. That's your grand jury right there.
I was kind of like taken aback today in the press conference when I seen them say they still reviewing this, and I'm like, yo, this is plain to see. You know what I mean? And it almost feels like we going for the okie doke again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's their political jargon for just saying we've got to do our due diligence. So
That's
I get it.
Fact.
You know what I mean, it is what it is. Oh, let me put my little battery up. There's Hades up in here. I'm in the studio. The board is hot. The amps are hot. All this equipment is hot. So I had to come in here because I can't turn on the system. It's going to be too loud. So when I'm finished, I'll turn it back on. But look,
brother, listen, man. Listen.
But I was so upset. What also I was upset about, there is a time for fighting back. Somebody enters your house, you know, enough said. That's it. You got to go do what you got to do. If somebody breaks past your threshold and, you know, for whatever reason, that is, all bets are off. You coming against mine in that way, yeah, all bets are out. When you are outnumbered with police, they're the biggest gang in America. Don't worry about the Crips. Don't worry about the Bloods. You worry about the blue shield. That blue shield is you can't outrun a radio. You can't do none of that. And there's cameras from the moon that can spot whether it's heads or tail on a doggone dime. So like they got recordings of everything. Their investigative work, should they choose to use it from NASA or anybody else, yeah, I don't know if it's considered a waste of their time, but they have all the intelligence and technology to roll the camera back for the last month, year, and find out anything that they want to go on. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real G on that. But to destruct our own stuff, I don't get that. And plus,
oh yeah. I said that first. I said that. I never understood that, even from back in the days. How we destroy our own businesses and all that.
To me, it's misplaced anger. Because we've got to do so much more, and we've got to do so much better. We had our foot on the devil's neck, but we got progress, and we thought we were good. We thought we were Gucci, and we wasn't. You know what I mean? So we just got to go back to the same old ways that we did back in the day. Hit them where it hurts. The wallet, okay? I just posted earlier on my IG. Y'all need to follow me on my IG. I need some new followers. What's up?
I follow you, Emmanuel Lewis.
Yes,
I am Emmanuel Lewis. Emmanuel Lewis.
Holla at your boy.
Go follow my brother.
Yes, please.
Yo, Emmanuel.
So,
Emmanuel, I love you.
Page, I posted.
Check this out. Get finish.
I posted where the college in that area canceled the contract from that police department. Okay. The contract that the local college had, I put on my IG, on my story, that they canceled the contract from the police department. All I'm saying, just take a page from their book, okay? Just take a page. The page is hit them where it hurts. Stop getting their contracts. Stop allowing them to getting paid extra money. Start suing their behinds. Start putting more pressure on the council members, the mayors, the whoever's in the government, the senators, the congressmen. Through that kind of pressure, we can do way more damage than hurting a mom and pop store they will never recover. What do you think the damage is being done from Walmart? They're already killing the mom and pop stores, and then you're going to finish off with the rest? Come on, it doesn't.
Listen, Manuel, I love you. I'm gonna call you so we can get on again. There's got to be You gotta be the logo of Throwback Thursday.
I got
We
you.
love you. I gotta get to
still
the
haven't
next
told me
guest.
some more great
Do you
stories.
have any questions for Lil Wayne? Do you have any questions for Weezy?
Hey, who does he want to go versus after? That's what I want to know.
Hey, I love you, man. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Bruh, I love you more. Taking these in Jacasa Studios in Canada. What's up to my 6'9" brothers out there?
That's right. Oh, yeah, all my Indian brothers, Kenny, everybody up there.
Yeah.
I love you, Manuel.
Love you.
You don't know who I know. You don't know who I know. Yo, Mac Man, where Weezy at? I see you, Mac Man. Do you want me to hit that? Yo, Mac Man, I'm waiting for that little Tucci Instagram. Let me see it come up. Yeah, what's the real one, yo, Jay? Yo, Mac Man? I'm waiting for that little Tucci, because they don't know who I know. Yeah, ask, could you pay attention? Very important. I didn't know you were so, you really dedicated to your school, your classmates, your graduation. I'm just waiting for little Tucci to pop up. That way we could do that. By the way, he said play some music. Yo, Mac Man. I'm waiting, Mac Man. Let me tell you something. We got some. Let me get a sounds. Where's the speaker at? Let's get something going. Some Lil Wayne as executive producer. Listen, guys. Lil Wayne has never been on live IG ever, and for our people, he's in effect, and he's gonna come on, and we're gonna have some talk. Congratulations, Azzy. Shout out to Emmanuel Lewis. Oh my God, BBD. They on that Funk Fest TV. Titi Barber says, congratulations, Azzy. And you know, Lil Wayne, Lil Tucci. You know, I've been waiting for my brother, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Hot Rose, what's up in Germany? It's not easy. And I can tell you one thing about what happened to Big George. It's the first time I had ever seen police officers posting and saying that it's wrong, that what happened to him was he got murdered. Other police officers in uniforms. That is the first time in history I have seen a police officer say that what that police officer did was wrong. I mean, if we want to talk about a little progress, you know, Lil Wayne, you know, Lil Wayne special. Lil Wayne special. He ain't, you know, he one of them. You know what I'm saying? He a different type of special. There you go. I see Mac Main. I don't see Tunchi. Yeah, that's Mac Main. That's not Tunchi. Yeah. Lil Wayne special. He ain't never been on IG Live. Try that one. I'm scared to ask him about the verses because Lil Wayne to tell me he never heard of verses. Lil Wayne different. Fleazy Nation, what's good? Oh yeah, that's Hector Lavoe. That's the greatest salsa singer of all time. if you ask Joe Crack. You know what I'm saying? He's my favorite ever. You know what I mean? So if you love salsa music, you know who Hector Lavoe is. He's the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. You already know. Sup, Wale? Yo, Wayne, what's up? Shout out to Wayne. Wayne from my hood. He the OG when I was just a kid. He was the number man. I don't know if y'all know what number man is. Before there was lotto, there was numbers. You know what I mean? And Wayne always been fly, always had the bag. You know what I mean? And I get happy every time I see him on IG. You know, he's the OG. He's the quadruple OG. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I love to see him, man. You know what I mean? In the comments. And you know, I salute him. You know what I'm saying? To the highest level. Hold on. I'm going to keep checking. Yo, Jen, I see you. You know, 101,000 deaths of corona. Killing the black and brown community, destroying us on another level. If you have any type of health condition, asthma, diabetes, high blood pressure, really be extra, extra careful. Extra, extra careful. If you think about it, I don't know when we have ever, DJ Nasty, I don't know when we have ever seen 100,000 people die in 3 months. Is sad, but we gotta protect ourselves. We can't just think that it's over because they opening up, especially people with underlying illnesses, asthma. Me, I'm pre-diabetic. I'm very worried. I'm very scared, very paranoid. You know, the numbers is crazy. Imagine 100, forget the number. Think of 100,000 people died in 3 months. You know, it's a sad thing, man. Yeah. It's little Tunchi, yo. Yo, Nasty, what's up? You know, I'll tell you a crazy story. I'll tell you a funny story all the time. I live across the street from Lil Wayne. I've been living across the street for him for many, many years. Lil Wayne's house is about 4 times the size of mine. And I go ride my bike. And it's always in front of his house. And you know, Lil Wayne, he got security and all that. And I'll be like, yo, they definitely telling him, Fat Joe stalking you again, Wayne. Fat Joe stalking you. And shout out to Weezy, man. We waiting on the check. We've been waiting. We've been waiting patiently. But 100,000 corona deaths. And there's so many people passed away that I know. Like 50 to like 100 people from the corona, mostly from New York. But this shit real, y'all. And you know, it scares me when I look at, you know, people in the streets of Atlanta and Baltimore and all over, and everybody day parties and you know, I'll say something that my sister Remy be telling me. Nah, I can't tell you. Nah, y'all gotta sit that ass down. Like, you know, like everybody's so thirsty to go out and shake their ass. Y'all gotta sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here tuned in. Yo, Mac Man, where my brother at? You know? Shout out to Sal Abatello. I'm gonna talk to Sal later. The Fever. You know, Throwback Thursday is just an open forum where we just have the legends come pass through. You know, we had BBD, we had Webster just today, and now we got Lil Tunchi to start the show, aka Wheezy. And you know, just for the people, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell you every day, like when we started this, we did this just for the people, man, to get you through that coronavirus time. And the shit just exploded. Tomorrow night we got there you go. Don't ever disrespect when I say they coming. They coming. Don't ever disrespect. Weezy!
Yo.
Yo, is it true this is your first time on IG Live?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Hey, yo, this is the Fat Joe Show, Weez.
That's what I thought it was. I ain't know nothing about it.
No, it's the Fat Joe Show.
I'm on the Fat Joe Show. That's the first time I'm on the Fat Joe Show. I don't even know if I'm even on IG Live.
Oh man, shout out to Diddy on the check-in. You know, Diddy done flood the crib with the Ciroc shit, so I'm drinking the Ciroc.
I see the shoe behind you.
Oh, you know, I always got, that's like you with the skateboards. You know, me with the sneakers. You know, I'm always, you know. Yo, Weez, they be laughing at my sneaker. You know what I'm saying?
First thing I asked you, when you was on my show, first thing I asked you about was the sneakers.
Yo, listen, thanks for having me on there. Yo, Weez, let me ask you a question, right? You started New Orleans. When did you get on? Like, what age were you when you got on?
I was 10. I was 10 when I was 8 when I started writing. I was 8 when I started rapping. Then I met Stunning when I was 11.
Fuck, since 11 years old. So the world know Weezy since 11 years old.
11. That's when Stunning them had Cash Money was just a local record company at the time in New Orleans, and you know, banging through the South at the time. And so I was 11. I lied, told him I was 12 till it was time to sign a contract. He found out my real age, and I thought 1 year older. I thought 1 year older made such a difference. But then I put out my first solo album when I was 14, and after that, everything was history. Thank God.
I think I met you when you couldn't get in the club, and Cash Money was in the club, and you was in the tour bus. I think the first time I met you, you couldn't even get in the club. You was like 13, 14.
Yeah, I wasn't even tripping though, cause everybody, all my fans, anybody who knew me at the time, who knew anything about me at the time, I was more attracted to my younger fans anyway. So even at that time, I would have people that's going into the clubs, still coming with their younger sisters, shit like that, still just to see me. So I still got my fans was popping, even though everybody in the club doing their thing. You don't know what's going on that bus. All right.
The shit is right. So when you was young, I remember hearing the story that you shot yourself by mistake.
Yeah.
How old was you when that happened, Weez?
I was 12.
And you just missed your heart by a little.
2
and
inches.
The reason I'm asking you that, because it was actually a cop who saved your life. True?
It was very true. Cop named Uncle Bob.
So he came through, he saved your life, right?
What happened was this where I got shot at was the projects in my neighborhood. It was the projects in my hood. It was something like the projects. That's what it was. We didn't have a name for it though. With that said though, that was his area. That was his, that was where he worked at. He knew everybody in that area. He knew every kid in that area, knew every parent in that area. So when he heard it come over his radio, he was just like, wait, what? What? That was that. He heard the shot. He heard the whatever the call come over his radio. So he was off duty. He took it upon himself to just come to He took it. Since he knew the area so well, he was like he wanted to see who the hell it was. So he took it upon himself to come through. And when he came through, he noticed I was still on the floor bleeding, and he noticed the cops was checking the house and rambling through the house. And he took real pride, and he was real upset in the fact that a young kid was still on the floor with a hole in his chest, and the cops jumping all over me, just going to look through the house. So he took it upon himself to pick me up, put me in his arms. He screamed at somebody to come drive the cop car. They drove the car. He sat in the back seat with me. He held me in his arms. He bust through the hospital doors. He made sure there was no waiting. He put me straight into the emergency room. They patched me up, and he made sure I lived. Once he knew I was good, he left. I met him years later in like a restaurant.
God bless Uncle Bob.
He would not even let me pay for his dinner, man.
That's crazy. He was just an honest person, a loyal person. And I asked you that, right? And me, I got a similar story. Of course, I could tell you about all the cop harassment, but one day I was visiting my mother in the projects, and my son choked. Okay. He was just a baby. And so I'm running out the building. And if I think about it now, the nearest hospital was 10 minutes away. He would have died while I was driving him. So a cop car just had pulled up, and the lady cop jumped out and said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "My son is choking." Yeah. So she did the little Heimlich, and she saved his life. See? Right? And that's no bullshit.
God bless her. God bless her.
And years later, I met her in the restaurant, and she said, "You know who I am?" And I said, "Who?" She said, "I'm the lady cop that saved your son's life." And I was like, "Oh my God." So you can't make this up. So now with us seeing this side of the law, and now what's going on now, what we see with Big George. Yeah. So you have a unique perspective. What do you think about what's going on right now with this cop on Big George stepping on his neck and all that?
I think when we see these situations, I think we also have to understand that we have to get very specific. We have to get so specific, and what I mean by that, we have to stop viewing it with such a broad view. Meaning, we have to stop placing the blame on the whole force and everybody of such a certain race, everybody with a badge, and we have to get into who that person is. And if we want to place the blame on anybody, it should be ourselves for not doing more than what we think we're doing. We're leaving it at the reason why people always ask me, like, why you don't say this, why you don't do that, is because what else am I gonna do after that? Some people put a tweet out and they think they did something. Some people wear a shirt, they think they did something. What you gonna do after that? Did you actually help the person? Did you actually help the family? Did you actually go out there and do something? So if I ain't about to do all that, then I ain't about to do nothing. I pray for you.
You say the follow through is more important than wearing the shirt or talking about it. Is actually
learning about it. What we need to do is we need to learn about it more. If we want to scream about something, know what we're screaming about. We want to protest about something, know what we're protesting about. Because if we want to get into it, it's a bunch of facts that we think we know that we don't know. So if we want to get into it, first know what we're talking about before we talk about it, because we scream about things that sometimes they isn't even true.
So so you went to jail for 2 years in New York City, and you grew up
not 2 years, not 2 years. I was in there for like 8 months. 8 months. 8 months on Rikers Island.
I went to see you, man, and shout out to Trey the Truth. He went with me from Houston, and man, I was so fucking sad when they brought you to see me and you was in handcuffs. I could not believe this shit.
I saw it on your face.
Nah, yo, man, that shit hurt.
Yo, you were so passionate. You were so passionate. I thought I was coming to see you. That's how passionate.
You know, Lil Wayne, let me tell you, it's something unique about you, right? It's like, I was saying this the other day. I said, even though you younger than me, you know, I know when I always say hi to you, wherever you at, I put my head down and I shake your hand like this, right? And I don't do that for everybody, Lil Wayne. I do not do that.
I've seen people greet you. You damn sure don't.
Nah, trust me. I don't do that. And then I start analyzing myself. I say, yo, man, it's like, you probably the first guy that's younger than me that I look up to.
Stop it, Joe. Come on, man. I appreciate that love, Joe. I appreciate that.
Yo, Wayne, I'm telling you some real shit. Like, because I had to analyze myself. I say, yo, man, you know, every time I see Weez, I'm like, yo, and just because I feel like you a rap god. I feel like you I feel like you a Michael Jackson. Like you the closest version of Michael Jackson. Like Michael Jackson was famous since you just got off telling us you've been famous since you were 11 years old, bro. And you ain't stopping. The planes ain't different. The house is bigger.
It's this. I really, honestly, Joe. I really owe a lot of that drive, a lot of that people. You know, you got to be born with it, but at the same time, somebody got to be. You got to have somebody that know how to steer it in the proper direction. And I owe all that to Stunner, man. That man, he never quit. He never quit. He never quit. He never say never. He never say die. And I learned that at a very young age, man. And it still haven't left.
Man, that was my next question. My next question was, who inspired you?
Man, all day and every day, it was Stunner, man. I had lost my father, Rabbit, at such a young age, and at that very age, Rabbit told my mama, my mom didn't want me to rap. She knew I was smart. She knew I was very intelligent. She was like, I need you to be a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that. You're too smart. But Rabbit, he was like, nah, this boy is really, really good with this rap shit. He was like, listen, he's really, really good. And if you want him to be anything, the best thing we should do is let him go with Baby. And she was like, you sure about that? He was like, I'm very sure. He need to be with Baby and them. And so, with that said, once I lost Rabbit, Stunner became more than a manager, more than a cash money. He was a father figure. So with that said, I looked up to him. I looked up to everything he did and the way he did it. And the way he did things and the way he do things is non-stop. He's committed to everything. Whatever it is, he commit everything to it. They could be playing you on a game. You know how we hearing these stories about Jordan and how competitive he is and anything playing quarters and all that. It's not a competitive thing with Stunner. It's just a commitment thing with Stunner. If he commit to it, he's committed. And I learned that at a very, very young age, and he never stopped working. I'm talking about somebody that didn't even rap. I was like, why is we going to the studio? Why this man going to the studio every day and night? He's not even getting behind the mic. It was just a drive, and he still do it to this day.
To this day, he in that
thank
studio.
Thank God he finally get his ass behind the mic now. Thank God we finally get some words out of him. Yeah, because he's been doing this shit for a long time without even talking. That's what it started off. It started off as talking. He would get behind. He started off. He would start talking on songs, and then he started making that shit rhyme.
And he started doing this shit right here.
Yeah, exactly. He started figuring out that, hold up. He was like, once he said something and he started noticing New Orleans was saying it back, he was like, hold up, y'all like me? Hold up. Y'all like me? Hold up. And he started coming out. He started understanding, hold up. I'm hotter than some of my fucking artists. Hold up.
Yo, that shit crazy. And let me tell you something, man. You know, you yourself, man, you picked up right from Stunner. First of all, your work ethic. I never seen nobody work harder than you. Like you, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
Oh yeah.
But I always say I give you the credit for longevity in my career, just because every time I've been in the studio with you, you done had the #1 record out in the world, and you wasn't in the club. You was in that studio 7 days a week.
Trying to make connections.
I was like, yo, I gotta be like him. Because this boy working for real.
Yeah.
And so I turn around, I go like this. So you put on, you know, not only are you an iconic rapper, artist, but you put on 2 other icons with Nicki
God bless him.
And Drake.
Yes.
Yo, Weez, that's not easy, man. That's not real.
Oh, I know. I had to go through it to find out, but I know.
And how proud are you of, let's say, Drake? You know, when this,
It's,
yeah.
Joe, that right there, that's like that is not, I can't explain it no more, no less than, that's like a proud father. No more, no less, man. Proud father watching them graduate and become, you know, successful adults. That's no more, no less. That's what it is. Sit back and you know how you just a proud for feeling like I could retire any day now, man. Now my kids got it, man. Let's get it from here. I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yo, George, I live vicariously through Drake. When I see the sky blue airplane and shit, I think I'm buying sky blue Rolls Royce like I'm that nigga. He coming with the plane and shit, sky blue. I'm like,
Yeah.
this shit crazy. And
I want to ask you too, you good too? Cause I think I pulled up the other day. I think the window was busted in the sky blue.
No, not in my shit. Nah,
Okay,
my
that
window
was next
good.
door. That was next door.
Yeah, don't scare me, man. Don't
Nah,
scare me,
yeah, right next door to you, Joe. The police had that whole side of the street blocked off, and they had glass all over the street. I thought that was the sky blue, man.
No, that wasn't me. Thank God it wasn't me, man. Don't say that, nigga. It's
Thank
Corona.
God it wasn't. Thank God it was. It wasn't.
This Corona. So this man, he done went. Who's next on the roster? Who you got next on your roster that you feel is gonna be like an icon, the next big one to go?
I never placed that. I never placed that on none of my artists' shoulders. Nobody. I never placed that on none of my artists' shoulders. This is all because you can never tell what anyone is gonna like or what, you know, we can't predict the temperature of the fans. So if they like it, it's my job to make sure to make the artists understand they need to make them love it.
Man, let me tell you something, man. So rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Man, rest in peace.
So when you found out about Nipsey, because I know you and Laura, y'all got a kid together.
Yes,
so that touched you in a different way, right?
Yeah, man. A very different way. Very different way. I had to understand, first of all, I had to understand, you know, I had to be more than a friend, and was more than ready and more than willing to do so. But the most important thing was to teach my son how to become more than just a 10-year-old, you know. And now he got how to become more than just a big brother to his little brother. It was time for him. I had to teach him how to step up and become the man of the damn house at such a young age. And man, he took that driver's seat and he gone. I can't even see him no more. He's so far up the highway.
And the same thing was asked of you. You was 11 years old when you started.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Does he
and
got
I lost my
aspirations?
father.
Is he a rapper?
No, man. Nope. That man, he is the rap to him is, that's like asking him to go play the PS4. He's way past that, man. This kid, you know, he's different, bro. He's different, bro. I get texts from Stunner, like I get texts from Stunner at 3, 4 in the morning. Literally, the text just say, "Yo, Wayne, that boy that boy in LA, that little boy is something." I get texts from him just about him like at 4 in the morning, just saying that he's a different kid, man. I brought him to the World Series. The man next to us asked him, "Who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite baseball player?" That nigga said Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, you say Jackie Robinson.
Bro, that nigga, you know it was a white man who asked him. That nigga crazy.
Yo, that boy going crazy. He told him Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, man.
Holy
bro,
shit.
I was sitting out.
So this kid's a genius.
Yes, man. Yes.
And you know, you're in this house, you know, I'm surrounded by girls, my wife, my daughter. Your daughter?
Yes, man. I was
She's
just about to say
the most
my
loyal
queen.
in the game.
Yes, man.
She's the definition of loyal.
Somebody asked me about this literally yesterday. Somebody asked me, you know, they was like, man, she know everything. She know all your words. I was telling them, I explained it to them this way. I say, listen, when she's at one of my shows, I could take 3 to 4 songs off and give her the mic. You know what I mean? I could do that. I could take 3 to 4 songs off and give her the mic and go chill, get my breath and get my wind back up and then come back out. That's how much she went. Yes. Yes.
Nah, you could do it. She hold you down. And you
Man.
know, one time I got in trouble because I had said that, this is just my opinion, it's not disrespect, but I had felt like Lil Uzi Vert, you know, he got a style from you or influence by you, and the shit went like viral. They was all mad at me and shit. And I was like, no, I respect it. You know, I got love for him, but you know, I feel like you influence a whole genre of rap music, you know?
Yeah, I'm proud of it too. Damn proud of it. And speaking of Uzi though, me and him just done one. That bit crazy. Me and him just done one so for the first time. So
Y'all just went crazy?
Yeah, for the first time. So it's crazy.
God bless
Yeah.
you. You see? That's I mean, you know, I was right on the money.
You was right on money. You already know. You know you work in mysterious ways, man. Joe, you already know that.
You know, and you know you also the first to do the rock rap shit.
Stepped out there, man. I had to step out there, man. I had to step out there, and you know what that is? I know you already know when I say this name. She touched you the same way. That was all Miss Betty, man. Miss Betty, you know, letting me know, boy, you could do this. Pick that damn guitar up and do this. That started from the Leather So Soft song, from the Like Father Like Son album.
Man, that's shout out to Miss Betty Wright, man. She just helped so many people, and
man, she helped so many people.
And she was just a beautiful, beautiful person. Shout out to Mac Main. He had hit me the other day. He was at the funeral.
Yeah, I went too. I went as well.
You went out there too?
Yeah, I went as well. It was beautiful. It was so many people, Joe, it was so many thank yous, Joe. It was so many, like it couldn't, there was no way they could fit it in time. It had so many people just had to say thank you. Like, you know, so many people. Yeah. So many people had to say thank you.
I was with Khaled when she died. And Khaled took it hard, man. He was like
he was like one of the first thank yous.
Yeah, he was like, you know what I'm saying? He was going bad. Like I was with him and he was just going through it. You know, we love her, man. You know, Betty Wright.
Yeah.
We love her for being like a mother figure and just helping the people and loving everybody. But she really was, you know, she's an icon.
Oh, what? Come on.
She's a living legend.
Man, come on, Miss Beaton sold out some places that I probably couldn't even step in right now.
Man, that's crazy because, you know, and I love that she just kept it so real with music, kept it so real with you know, giving back to the community, man.
They don't understand. I wish they had cameras or something to show how much she gave back and how much music she know and how knowledgeable she is about music, man. Miss B could damn near play every instrument, man. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like Miss B, that's what I meant by it started from Leather So Soft. Miss B taught me how to play that damn song with the guitar. And so she was the one who gave me the motivation to go ahead and make a whole rock album. You need any help, call me. Miss B the one who told me, yo, stop, you can stretch your voice, you can sing. Miss B the one told me that when you get, you know, it's all good when you hear somebody tell you, I like the way you sound. When Miss B sits you down and look you in your eyes and say, hey, stop thinking you can sing and know you can sing, and that's what's gonna make the song sound better. Stop thinking you could play the guitar and know you could play the guitar, and that's what's gonna make you look and do what you want to do. I ended up doing the whole rock tour, Joe.
Man, and it was groundbreaking, man. And you just opened
Joe,
the door,
I ended up on the Country Music Awards with my guitar. Man. For real.
You see that? Nobody goes to the Country Music Awards. That's
I was on stage,
shit.
nigga. I performed, nigga. I performed.
Yo, that's crazy.
If I ain't mistaken, it was Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah, I performed with Kid Rock. We played Sweet Home Alabama.
Y'all play Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, man. I showed up 5 minutes. I showed up 5 minutes before the performance. I was so apologetic. I was like, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. Kid Rock, he cool. He was like, yo, he gave me a Tennessee Titans jersey. He was like, hell no, you made it right on time. He gave me a Tennessee Titans jersey and said, let's get it. Man, I was like, let's do it.
Hey, yo, Weez, I seen you. You probably got the smoothest, slick talk. I see you. You're so witty with your slick. When somebody get on your nerves, I see you hit them with a bar, and you always got the smile at the end of the shit. Your shit is like, I be like, oh my God, Weezy, on one right now. They see the motherfucking diamonds and shit. You be like, yeah. I be like, oh no. We gotta stay away. That boy, hey yo, you always kill him with the smile, Weeds.
I get that from my mama, man. I get that from my mama. She used to punish me and smile right after that. She thought that's exactly how she used to do it. That's exactly how she used to do it. You think everything all good. You thought you did. You thought you'd got away with it. She smiled right after and said, yeah, you know your ass punished, right? Yeah. You know you ain't playing that game for 2 weeks. Yeah, you like,
yeah,
damn.
I see motherfuckers get on your nerve and you hit them with the such and such and smile at them. And I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, Weezy, on one right now, boy.
I would tell you the real reason, bro. When I first got this the same girl I asked since I was 15, literally the same one. When I first got it, bro, I think it was my baby mama Sarah, bro. We had an argument when I first, probably the second day I had got him, bro. We had an argument, and I smiled in her face after she said something. I smiled. She smacked me so fucking hard, and she said, "I said, what you smacked me for?" She said, "Cause you think you look good." I said, "These bitches must look real good."
Yo, Weez, it's hard, man. Yo, Weez, it's hard, man. I mean, you know, I just feel like you're a rock star, man. You I just called you the Michael Jackson of our era, of our time. And
That's love, Joe.
And you just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell these people. What I can say, right? What I can say is, I tell people all the time, Lil Wayne the most loyal, one of the most humble, one of the best friends I have, and one of the most intelligent people I know. So don't get it fucked up with no dreads or no fucking tattoo. And I'm gonna tell you something you did for me. I remember that time, even though I went to jail, it was 4 months. My phone rang while I was walking into the jail, giving myself up, and it was you, like 7 in the morning. And he was like, yo, Joe, man, you know, hold your head, this and this and that. And I said, yo, Wayne, how did you do this? And he said, just be humble, bro. Just be humble. Mm-hmm. And you was the last call, and then I had to walk in on the spot, man, and I appreciated that so much coming from you, and it helped me a lot. You know what I mean? Rather than me going in there acting like, yo,
like, let me
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because that's the shit niggas hate.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, yo, Weezy, I love you so much, Tucci, man. Thank you
for
coming up on the Fat Joe Show, the big show. We love you, my brother. Shout out to Mac, man.
I love y'all too,
everybody who made this happen.
Thank you for putting me on IG Live for the first time. Thank you.
We love you, my brother. Damn. Ari Melba on the check-in. Everybody on the check-in. This shit crazy. Yo, Ari. Eric B on the check-in. Yo, that's Lil Wayne. First time on IG Live. He didn't even know he was on IG Live. They tricked him. You know, but living legend of all living legends, you know, my brother, man, I'm just so honored. Like, y'all can just tell by, you know, you come to the show every day, 8 p.m. Eastern. Every day we got somebody crazy on. Yo, Michael Blackson, what's up, mother sucker? And shout out Michael Black. Hold up, man. He want the smoke early. I know it. He want the smoke. Fuck it. Michael Blackson want the smoke. Yo, Mike. Hey, Mike, I know you ain't getting a suntan, bro.
I'm getting a tan, man. I'm in me and Ikon in competition with Darkness, man. He's been winning every hide-go-seek competition for the last 20 years. I'm trying to beat that nigga.
Yo, Michael, let me tell you something, man. I be sneaking on your IG at night. I mean, yo, you must have read the rule book to IG, huh? Like, just as much as possible. You like,
yeah.
No, show the
at the top.
No.
I'm at the top of the guidelines, man. I'm like at the limit of the guidelines.
Yo, bro, you the Black Hugh Hefner right now on IG. Yeah.
I'm almost
You
there,
turning
man.
up.
But I'm getting some sun, man. I'm not letting this whole thing, you know, so much bad things going on in this country right now. God, we got to pray for Minnesota, man. You know, it's tough out there. And I feel bad. You know, I know a lot of people in Minneapolis. So many people. You know, one of my favorite places to go and perform. So many Liberians live there. You know, and even my road manager's from Minneapolis. So it's really sad what's going on right now. We just got to keep them in our prayers. And hopefully, you know, the people do the right thing. The FBI get involved. Because what I'm hearing from the local police or whatever, they're not trying to arrest the guy for murder. So the FBI has to get involved.
Yeah, man, that's murder.
Right?
And
100% murder.
you take away that uniform, had he been any other guy, he would go to jail for murder.
Right away, immediately.
I
Straight
think
murder.
we got to keep the pressure on and keep spreading the word. And but you're right, man. This shit crazy. What's going on? All these years later, man, the same shit.
Been bad. It's been a bad. Yo, can you help us get rid of 2020 and just start go from 2019 to 21?
Yo, I ain't got the power. Maybe Lil Wayne would have had the power to do some shit.
Man,
You know, Tucci got special powers.
Tucci was too high, man. You gonna forget about the problem, man. We gotta sign a petition to get rid of 2020.
Yeah, whatever. I'll go get it.
Yeah, yo, this 2020 shit is the worst.
So, you know what will make it worse? If I turn light in 2020, then I'm done.
You turn light. You got to hit up Sammy Sosa. He know how to make it. That nigga white. Like,
damn, I'm trying to keep black because I know that's gonna happen to me next.
Yo, that nigga white.
Red bone in about 2.
Hey, yo, let me tell you.
Oh my God.
Yo, Michael,
man.
I love you, my brother. I love you. I hit you up, man. I love you. Thanks for coming on.
Always a pleasure, Joe.
All right, my brother. Thank you,
All
my
right,
brother.
Yes,
Yo, Blackson, man. That boy the best. Yo, Sal Abatello, where you at? And we're going to do it like that. Where's Sal at? Eric B. Oh, shit. Where's Sal at? Do you see Sal? There you go. Yo, Ari, stick with me. I'm going to put Sal on, but I really need to talk to you. Ari Melba, don't go nowhere.
Yo.
Yo, Sal. Sal, Fever Records. Let me, look. Sal Abatello was Fat Joe's first manager. He owned the Fever Records. Fever nightclub is the first hip-hop nightclub in the world. And yo, Sal, living legend, icon. Who are some of the people who used to come to the Fever? This is Throwback Thursday, y'all.
Oh, we going back to 1978 now, Joe. Curtis Blow, Cool Herc was my first DJ. Grandmaster Flash, we had him on Tuesdays.
Yo, Sal, did you know at that time that hip hop was gonna get so big?
Hold on, Joe. I'm sorry, Joe.
Did you have any clue that hip hop was gonna get that big?
Huh?
Did you know that hip hop was gonna get it this big?
Well, I did, because when I heard it in the club, in 1976 by a guy named Sweet G. Games People Play.
Games
I heard him at the end of the night.
Play.
Yep. I got it ready for you too, man. We're gonna play it later. I got it all set up. So, yeah.
So when is the movie coming? When is the, because I know Russell Simmons used to come to the Fever. pick your brain, and that's how he got in the game. Same thing with Andre Harrell, all those guys. They used
Rest
to
in
come
peace.
see you.
Well, you know, actually, I was in a deal with Andre. Unfortunately, Andre passed away suddenly 2 weeks ago. We were was Andre's probably last project he was working on. It was a Fever movie, but supposedly we're going to be fine. You know, if not, I'm going to call on Fat Joe, get it hooked up.
Yo, Sal,
But
you know I love you. Yo, Sal, let me tell you something. You getting up there with age, and I heard you caught the corona.
yeah,
And you fucked up the corona. You still here, Sal.
Joe, there ain't no Corona going to fuck with me. They got to bring some Hennessy or Johnny Black, you know, or some Grand Marnier, baby, right here.
I'm with the Ciroc watermelon right now. You know, Diddy's watching. Diddy's watching.
What's up, Diddy? Sorry, I'm into Grand Marnier, but I drink Ciroc too.
Yeah, let me tell you something, yo, Sal, man. You're a living legend. Not only did you blow up hip hop, and actually the Rucker tournament started from the Fever. Could you elaborate on that?
I played in the first game in 1979. It was Disco Fever against Sugar Hill. We're at Mount Morris Park. 3,000 people showed up. Me, Mr. Magic, and Greg McManus. And I hit the shot at the buzzer to win the game. They picked me up, carried me around the court, and everybody was challenging me the next week.
Yo, let me tell you something, yo, Sal, you're like just a walking Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you for that with the movie and everything. Then you went on, Sal, and you like discovered, I don't know if you discovered it, but the freestyle music, like you put everybody on. Could you give me a list of names? Just name everybody that came through you on the freestyle tip.
Well, after the Fever was open from 77 to 86, we got closed up for no cabaret license after that. We made the movie Crush Groove there, and it brought so much attention to the club, they wound up shutting it down for no cabaret. But I was sitting in the park, and I was trying to decide what I'm going to do with my life. And the way I found Grandmaster Flash in the park, I see this little kid, little Louis Vega, DJing in the park. And I was like, oh, damn, Latin hip-hop, Latin hip-hop. I went. And luckily for me, I met a young lady named Naomi, which you did a record with all night long, and Andy Panda, and they produced this record called Please Don't Go. And it was like a Latin sounding disco record, and I knew that was going to be the new movement because second generation Puerto Ricans now were really, you know, they were starting to get into hip hop. They were mostly with DJs, and I knew, and then all of a sudden, I opened up a club for it called the Devil's Nest on Tremont and Webster. And I opened up a nightclub, and I discovered both of the music's hip hop and freestyle with nightclubs, the Fever with hip hop, and then the Devil's Nest. And that showcased all the kids coming in, George Lamont, Judy Torres, TKA. They did their first show there with La India. She was in TKA for people that don't know that.
Oh, I didn't know La India was in TKA?
Oh, yeah, her first promo picture, she was in there. Her first show was at the Devil's Nest with TKA.
I didn't know La India was in TK. And actually, Mark Anthony started as a freestyle singer.
Mark Anthony used to come there every night. He was a freestyle artist. He made 2 records. You know, they were okay, but he went on to be a big Latin star. But Cover Girls got discovered there. Naomi, Lizette Melendez, Sapphire, Biz Marquis did his first show there. Salt and Pepper did their first show there. So I did hip hop on Fridays and freestyle on Saturday.
Yo, listen, Sal, man, I love you so much. You're a living legend, man. I'm honored. I'm honored to be your friend. When we did something in the Bronx where all the OGs was there, Melly Mel, Grandmaster Flash, they all called you the GOAT, the living legend, the man who put hip-hop on another level. And I just feel the same way. I'm honored that you're my brother, and I look up to you. You put it down for hip hop and freestyle, and we're gonna make sure you get that little series or you get that movie, you know, where you deserve, you know. And for y'all who don't know, Sal's one of the biggest music promoters in the game. Still doing Radio City, still doing Lehman College, still doing. You done had everybody come through. Well, we did Biggie Smalls together, me and you, for the first time.
Here it is, Joe.
Sal, you got the flyer?
Joe, we spelt his name wrong. Tell Diddy.
Hey, yo, Biggie Smalls, his name. So, for y'all who don't know, Sal owned the club, and I got Biggie to perform for us for the first time. This is right when he dropped Party and Bullshit. That's how long we know B.I.G. We gave him his first show ever in New York.
First show, yeah.
That's
we
crazy.
got the flyer. Wu-Tang. That was in '92 when I met you, and I met you at where was it? In 140 something Club 2000, was it?
Club 2000. Yup.
And you told me you were going to become the biggest Puerto Rican rapper ever, and I believed you. And I opened up the Fever 2 on Tremont Webster. You started promoting there. I became your manager. We became great friends. And you got to flow, Joe. You got to flow, Joe.
You gotta let them know, Joe.
And the Terror Squad hung out there, Big Pun. We had some great times there. We had some wild times there too, but we had some great times there.
You know, Sal, we was young kids off the block.
Yo, that's what we do. I was right down there with you, Joe. Don't worry. I was there to bail lawyers out.
Sal, tell me a story if I'm not going too far. In the Fever with all the gangsters, my man Wayno from my block is here. He was definitely at the Fever. Is it a true? I went to a club like this. I ain't gonna say it, but it was a rumor that at the Fever, all the gangsters would check their gun in at the door like it was a coat check.
Absolutely. I came up with that concept because all the crews, they respected me because I looked out for them, and I knew the lifestyle. And back then, 42nd Street, the Deuce was going on, pimps and hoes, and they had to come up with their pieces, but I couldn't let them in. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'll check your gun, you keep your bullets, I'll give you a coat check ticket, and I'll let you get it on the way out. And that's what I solved the problem of the gun situation. Sometimes I'd have like 2 Uzis in there, 9s, 38s. And then the last night, I don't know if you remember, I got busted with everybody's guns. And John went to jail. We lost the club and everything. It was crazy.
Yo, Sal, let me tell you, I love you, my brother. I'm going to let you go, and we'll keep in touch. But it's an honor to have you on the Fat Joe Show. I love you forever, brother. I love you forever, and I'm glad you're healthy and you're in good condition. And we're going to follow up with you, all right?
Love you, Joe. Bye. Peace, baby.
Peace. Damn, man. Sal, one of the best people I know in the world, Sal Abatello. He's been feeding the hip hop and DJ Nasty, living legend. I mean, you got to realize the first club to ever have hip hop music was the Fever. If you go back to the movie Crush Groove, LL Cool J performed at the Fever when he tried to get on. So shout out to Sal Abatello, and he's Italian, and he was down, and he was in there with the craziest guys in the world at that time. He had a gun check. So I know another club that used to do that too, the Castle, but you check in your gun. So you come with your gun, they give you a ticket like if it's a coat check. By the way, in New York City, guns are illegal. Guns always been illegal. It's not like Miami or Texas, you got a gun license. Nobody got a gun license. So people was up in there checking in the Uzis and Mac 10s. You know what I'm saying? And then like, yo. So you already know. Yo, listen, everybody. God is great. I'll see you tomorrow. I got Charlemagne the God tomorrow. We're going to talk about some serious things. Finally, he gets interviewed. And I love you guys. Thank you for always showing up. Today was big. Shout out to BBD, New Edition. I'm going to go check out their show now. Shout out to Webster. You don't know who I know. Little Tunchi. You don't know who I know. Eric B on the check. And yo, Eric B, I love you, my brother. Nothing but love. Put God first and be safe. Hovey baby up NYC. What's good?